eMobile point of sale is a partner of ours. In many cases where we pick up new point of sale partners, we typically look for a small pilot environment that we can test the software. Does it really work? How do we integrate? How do we train? How do we support? And we picked our first pilot location was this small little pop-up store called the Super Bowl. So that was our first time that we used eMobile, and so we've been partners ever since. Well, it's since we're now doing more and more. So we're also a reseller of a traditional point-of-sale product called Retail Pro. And the nice thing about eMobile is that it feeds Retail Pro as well in the back from an ERP standpoint. So we're getting more and more of our customers and prospective customers that are saying that they want to move into the mobile point of sale space. So I'm here just to figure out, look at the entire ecosystem, what other partners, vendors are there that we can leverage the job that eMobile has done putting that whole thing together. My experience working with eMobile has been very, very positive in that, again, our first pop-up store was the Super Bowl 49 in Phoenix. We had a very tight time frame, number one. We also had, based on the requirements, eMobile had to also write some interfaces into a system that we developed called Status, and they wrote that in a few days, which was awesome. I'm not going to say that it was perfect, but they, in probably an additional week, so probably in 2 weeks, they had the entire interface done, tested to the point we can then get to the point where we work very, very well, very smoothly at the Super Bowl. Some other, and I'll just say, again, the interface into Retail Pro hasn't been off the shelf, so there has been a lot of work. But I will say that we're working directly with the developers, with the project managers, and we've been very, very impressed with the way that they've been able to turn around whatever fixes or enhancements in a very, very short period of time. So from that standpoint, we're very, very happy. In terms of the whole software as a service, we think that is where the whole industry is going. The software that we've developed called Status, that eMobile had to write the interface to, has been software as a service. So we agree. Some of the traditional point of sale vendors haven't embraced that yet, but we're looking at the whole subscription model for really not just the point of sale software, our software, but our service, and really hopefully the hardware deployment as well. So that's where everything's going, and I think that's where a great percentage of the market is asking for it. They don't have the big upfront capital budget to pay for all of this point of sale stuff. So yeah, we agree so we're completely open to it, and I think eMobile helps us get there because that's what they've done from the beginning. From a target market standpoint, we have always dealt in the specialty retail space, so we've always done very well in apparel and footwear, gift stores, sporting goods stores, a lot of other specialty. One of our unique areas of experience is in the stadium and arena space. So that's where we've written some unique software that when they want to track individual customers across all of the, so if you buy a ticket, that's from one vendor. Once you get through the gate, you're buying retail, you're buying food and beverage, multiple food and beverage, you're buying parking. So the fact that eMobile now actually can do the food and beverage in addition to what we've been very strong at the retail, that we think that this will open up. So really, where our Status product fits the best and where we'll probably look to bundle with eMobile would be, not just stadiums and arenas, but it's also theme parks, water parks, amusement parks, museums, any of those types of venues that have, they have individual customers and then multiple point of sale systems that service that. So that's where we'd be looking to bundle our unique software with eMobile and some of the other solutions that we sell as one package. In terms of the entire eMobile ecosystem, we've been very surprised, and this show here has been great, introducing our biggest challenge, having sold traditional point of sale for so long. We know the hardware providers, we know how everything works. Now, as soon as you start getting into the many mobile options, whether it be Apple or Android or Windows, that there's just too many hardware providers, and unfortunately we've invested in some products that the company has gone out of business. So they've at this conference they've brought together a lot of those other hardware and software providers that makes it easy for integrators like us to be able to bundle with something that we know works and the company will be around. So from that standpoint, again, very happy with the job that eMobile has done in that area. So in terms of this conference, has it met my expectations? More so, except for the fact that maybe the water could have been a little bit bluer, maybe the weather could have been a little bit warmer. I'm kidding, but it's no. This has been a great, and as a matter of fact, my wife and I are going to stay through Saturday. So we're very glad that we came to the conference and then bundled in some R&R at the end of it.